This video essay by Xu Yashu, the topic of it is about the influences of digital media to traditional performance art. I will express it in four parts. Introduce the combination of digital media and performance art, finding the ways of how to express this type of art, the impacts of the digital media brings to traditional performance art, and the future and the prospect of it. I searched for some articles, books, websites, and videos about these contents. I also interviewed a digital music artist, Meng Qi, based on these issues. I will edit these contents into the video essay. Digital media technology has a tremendous and incredible development, and more digital media technology integrate into performance art. Digital media technology plays an increasingly important role in dance, theaters, music, and so on. This book was written by Steven Dixon and released in 2007. The book gives a detailed introduction about the history of digital media in performance art and discusses the theory and practice of digital performance art in depth. When the key role in a performance is the computer technologies, rather than it being an additional role is when it is classed as a digital performance, says to Steven Dixon. There are many ways of the combination of digital media and performance art. Mainly is to use the operation of computer technologies and multimedia devices to express the arts. According to James, in theaters, the combination of traditional drama and music, movement, lighting, sound, and projection effects to perform in a multimedia way is a general trend. The director uses the new technology combined with new methods to express art forms. Programming is an important part of digital performance. In the application of computer technology and multimedia, programming is a basic operation process, and it can also be used as a performance method called live coding. In the aspect of music, according to Tom Homers, with the development of technology, composers can use computer technologies and digital media to select or avoid the music specifications and forms. Electronic music is also becoming more and more popular. Digital media technologies bring a lot of influence to performance art. In the aspect of stage effect, atmosphere rendering, and audience experiences, it plays an important role. But the results of the combination of digital media and performance art are critical. According to Maria Shaklokova, all the techniques and expressions in digital performance can help audience be more involved in the stage, and also enhance the perception of the interaction between actors and audience. However, if the digital technologies are used excessively, the information audience obtained will be simplified by vision. In Medium, Europe's largest music conference in 2011, artists such as Rob Black and Andrew told the price of the music's avant-garde to its digital avant-garde was an undeniable trend.
And it becomes this continuous evolving technological movement that will eventually help people combine all styles of music.
However, some people have questions about it. According to Kim Cascone, because of digital avant-garde of music, the communication between non-academic artists and research centers has been lacking. Some of music applications rarely return to the ivory tower of music itself, but non-academic artists are looking forward of them. In the field of performance art, the addition of digital media is inevitable and a trend. The future of digital performance is variety and it also be a new product of technologies and art. It just like Zambello says, I think it's not just one-way street. Digital media brings different influences to performance art. Whether good or bad, it will be a trend. We need to use it in an effective way to make our art forms better. What made you start doing this electrical music work?
Music, example, I have the urge to express myself through the method of sound. I mean, and the reason I chose electronic music was because I've done one person. I don't need to compromise with any other side. But actually, being in a band is also a very helpful experience for any musician because we learn to communicate with other ideas whilst learning from it. So at that time, I started out by doing electronic music. The main reason was that done with that.
What kind of media do you really use to express your music?
So I use synthesizers, both someone else's design and my own work. They're all synthesizers with, synthesizers with some Unicode interface, playing interface.
Okay. 然后on the stage, what differences do you think between the multimedia and the traditional music?
So actually, I didn't do multimedia because the output from me are actually the sound. So it's quite a traditional. It's traditional in the sense of music, right? So it's just sound without any visual element. So, but the technology I use to make the sound can be unique and new because I use sound synthesis in my work. And my main interest is with the playing interfaces because different type of playing interfaces can dig new expressions from the same musician out of the same music motive. So yeah, I can use new technologies in sound generation or playing interfaces, but essentially my output is very traditional, is sound and music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. 在这个过程中最重要的是什么？for the combination of digital media art and the traditional performance music, what do you think is the most important part in the process?
So I think it's always the point is always the same, no matter if new technology is used or not. So basically, it's like the answer is twofold. For the musicians themselves, the point is to be expressive and get satisfied being expressive. And so basically, the music performance is a type of communication between the musicians and the listeners. So it's important for the musicians to feel expressive and free in the process. And on the listener side, they want to be, how do I say, entertained, inspired. So that's what listeners want from the music. So this, I don't think this has changed in these days of age because we're still human, right?
For the final result of a art product combined with digital media art and traditional performance art, what aspects will be evaluated?
Evaluation, right?
Yeah.
I think it's also just as the last question I answered. The standard have been the same all along. So first, I think there was a good standard is that to see if the product itself would stand without the creator. So if it's not the one who created, will the product stand by itself? This is the first, I think, the first standard of all arts, right? So I think second standard for the creator himself was always been the depth of expression, and whether if the ideas was carried throughoutly in the whole process. That's the standard for creator. And I think third standard is to if it's like experimentation, is the result clear, and is the experiment how do I say, free from I think the standard has always been the same. The first, I think, which is a good standard, is whether the product, the art itself, can stand without name of the creator. So if it's not the one who created, will the art itself stand by itself? That's the first standard. And the second is from the side of the creators, whether he or she has in-depth expressions in the product. And I think for the third standard, if it's experimentation, is the result clear and is the process free from unwanted artifacts? I think that's the three standards to evaluate an art piece.
Okay.